So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Let's go and check the
Really?
next one.
You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Aldmeri will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my lord.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you can do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
But regardless, even if you don't have fireballs or anything to shoot spells, I think you only have to kill the eye shade to actually complete the spells. To complete the quest, because it sent me over here.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. What? I never even cast it. Ah, I see. You have some knowledge of the higher art. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I'm so often interrupted by visitors wandering in, I can occasionally become quite savage. Now, what did you say you wanted? Ah, indeed. The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
I'm sure.
Well then, firstly, the ability to repel the undead must be ignored. Oh, I see. Fine. Here, this is for you, then. Take it. Just be sure to put it to good use.
this way, but I wasn't looking. Look at my hair going backward. Whatever. Really lost what I was doing. Did you give me a spell or was it? I was really focused on her eyes, eh? I was like, her eyes are just big eyes, fucking helmet, made me eyes, but alright, so pretty much there it is. Similar basic thing to the rest of other spells. I'm going to be out there doing something with these spells, and what? Really? Really cool. You don't not just take that. My fucking goodness. I swear to God, I learned it. And it's not my resurrection. That's really weird. What the hell? I'm dead. I'm going to get some mad drugs. Again, it's restoration secret, isn't it? And I cannot learn it. So, if you're experiencing this, I'm just going to go, I have no idea what the hell's going on with this, to be honest with you. 100%, very confused. I'm dead. Apparently it's not restoration, it is conjuration. That's restoration. That's conjuration. Wait, keep doing this weird shit. Alright, so that's a bit confusing. I always thought there's some seriously weird shit going on. Anyway, let's go through this with Hell the Undead. Well, firstly, the lemon spell don't actually talk about.
Excellent. You should give it a try, right? Dr. Tolk here, yes. He was here, lucky that. Mentioned something about needing help. Okay, well, that's all I got. Bye now.
That feels like my dates. So, put the top here. Might as well just run outside for this one.
Good to see you. Ah, yes. We've become aware of a problem in Winterpool. Underneath the college. Rather down in the edge. Nothing really dangerous, but still needs to be taken care of course. Oh, excellent. Good to know that won't be a problem anymore, but please do be careful, all right?
Fell on bed, and we'll go, this will change to now. Simple mission. Very simple mission. It's the first time I've actually been seen it like this. But that was the job. Let's head back to Carlet, whatever the name is, and hand that in, and then my food. The promised one I think, a little bit of illusion.
Why are my research materials constantly disappearing?
Action.
Oh, look at you. Such a devoted student of restoration. Keep at it.
Alright. Tony might have do. Alright, so, we head out the cottage and we go talk to the ogre. Oh, I thought that was very offensive. Very offensive. We're going to go hunt down some books. Good. That gets some Harry Potter shit right there. Anyway, the last three remainers normally spend their days at the library. And with the enchanter, I think it is, we've got the lynch dude, and we've got the booklet over here. So, remember, if you're tired of this and you don't really want to do it, I don't know why you donate the mob in the first place, you can go for these guys and skip their quest. Like this.
You can see me? I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent.
Alright.
Ah, so my reputation precedes me. Yes, I can teach you a few things. Illusion is the least appreciated of this. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Is that clear?
So, you can skip. But you can also skip all the main quests, I'm pretty sure. I didn't click on option, didn't really want to find out if I wanted to do it. But you get at the top here, it's very more advanced teaching. I'm pretty sure that will set you on the quest you spelled up to find the item. But here we are.
Oh, I see. Yes, here. This is for you. Read carefully, all right?
Good.
You know, they say, excellent, well done, but there is always more to learn, of course. Now that I think of it, Steve's perfect target. Your assistants will be mostly used to do learn, but be careful. They're faster than you. Clear the filthy Stever with magic at your side. You'll have nothing to fear.
That's just going to be another one of those going through the spheres, kind of against each other. But while we're here, because I don't want to keep running back and forth, we're just going to pick up his other mission.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch. Yes, what do you want? Look at you, young and stupid. Do you have any idea how busy I am? That's right. I haven't slept properly in days. As always, the North don't ever stop wanting things enchanted. No, but maybe. Oh, yes. Good. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Well, there's one. Wants me to do some enchanting. Well, can you help out with that? Enchanting is simple. Unless, of course, you were simple. Then, I can't help you. Let's see. Here, this is we fucking tag and figure it out on your own. Assuming, of course, that you can read it.
I don't want to see you treated. You are now the Arcadian, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little flame of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcadian, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronox. Now, do you require assistance?
Alright, so, blah, 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 and this will be it.
Yes, well, no. I'm here to help you with books, that's all. So, what do you want? Speak. Well, that's what I was hoping you'd say. Here, take this. Check it out, but be careful, all right?
Follow the dragon. Oh, I don't really want to read that much, guys, is it?
I care little for idle conversation, but perhaps you need help with conjuration magic.
Blah, 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 blah.
teleportation magic. What a shame. And please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need additional reasons to hate us. Are we clear? Atronauts have a tendency to frighten the locals. Undead.
Farengar, I see you've already met my new friend here. I'm sure you two will get along famously. This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragons. Need it quickly, before it's too late.
You need a book? I don't care if you wrote it yourself. You want to try again? Fine. Yes. What then?
Imminent. That's a very familiar name. You the one who wrote it? Or is that? Imminent is the one who wrote it.
Each reader sees through different lenses, and they come away.
If you need potions, you should...
Clever. Now, a mage is only as good as what he knows. Remember that.
Yeah, gotta be like fail for A. Oh, what am I jobs here?
Are you a sorcerer? From the college?
I'm gonna do more.
Well met, traveler.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Sure thing, it's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Elgin, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Take me down the middle. You better stay.
So, I'm writing song for you.
Why, John Battleboy, you're writing me a song? Does it somehow
I ain't
involve
asking
blood
for
or
much,
beheadings
just a
or
few
the honor of my forebears?
Well, that's where it started. But it turned into something of a ballad.
A ballad? Oh, now I know you're joking with me.
It's all true, I swear it. You can hear it when it's done. I'll just need a year or two to smooth the rough edges. Well met, traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? Truly? But best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's... Aye, that I do. Our family's been... But Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most... You'll want the bannered mare. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker. Ah, man, we Nords have a long history as warrior poets. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. Ah, we Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I'm proud to count myself among them.
Blood and our steel we will take our home.
Perhaps well, but not today. You master the hand these spells are difficult. Well, I mean, keep this up. You'll be quite well for yourself. Yes. Now, I really am busy, so until later.
Ah, Isolde, was it? What brings you to the market?
I'm here to buy food. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
A few seconds for my enemies, all I ask. Just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else.
I ain't done nothing. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I don't expect the three.
Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't old sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know. Then we got nothing more to talk about.
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Happy.
Actually, press A to because that's what I do. When you pick your shot, make sure you can have a moment to look at something for me.
If this is another dwarven trinket, tell him you are not familiar with it.
Yes, I just want to perhaps you have.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the book.
Well, yes. Sorry to. Maybe you should bring back to the day as well.
My imagination.
Tanriel, what I was thought, because I was running from Tanriel, and I got attacked by some young girl, which she magic spelled it, and I clicked on it, and she's from this mod. So this mod very well sent me to Tanriel to put it forward. I think. Let me show up your mod. It's not too hard to open up.
There's a place in North Carolina where academic ambition meets lifelong transformation, where the desired...
Hello and welcome to Cordial. This time we have Skyrim mod bound. The mod lets you start Skyrim in one of 10 different paths, allowing you to avoid playing as the Dragonborn and in turn avoiding the main questline. So with the mod installed, when you start a new game, you'll receive the standard Skyrim introduction screen with text and you'll also launch the dragonfly overhead. A quest will also begin telling you to go into the Skyrim Unbound mod menu to begin your adventure. From the menu, you have a few different options. The top options require your immediate attention, and the bottom ones can be toggled on or off at any time. But it's best to set those two before you start your adventure. As I already mentioned, there's 4 different paths available, so you can start as a traveller, a rebel, and a recruit. The different paths don't really have a lasting effect, and it's mostly for role-playing purposes. One thing that does change though is your starting location and items. If you're a voyager, then you'll spawn on the Solitude docks, wearing noble clothes and ready to visit the capital. However, if you're a lawbreaker, then you're spawning at the all-too-familiar jail cell with nothing to your name, and if you're a villain, then you're spawning at the lowest part of Riften, ready to impress the local thieves. After you have a couple of options. You can choose to create a character before you start your adventure, and you can choose whether you'd like to receive any rate of spells, as well as any other spells like you. So if you want to play a lord who absolutely hates magic and has no knowledge of it, now you can. Most of the other options are off by default, and they control different features like dragon encounters, dragon soul absorption, and word walls. You can toggle these on or off at any time, and you can also do it in a variety of different ways. So you can turn scripted dragon encounters on, so you'll see them at walls and burial sites. You can also turn random dragon spawns on, so you'll see dragons all over Skyrim. But then you can leave dragon soul absorption and word walls on, so you can continue to fight dragons without absorbing their soul or using any shells. So dragons can still be a part of your game without playing as the Dragonborn. You could also turn all dragon encounters off and leave the walls on, which will let you instantly learn the shouts you find at walls. So you can still play with shouts and avoid the main quest line. You could also turn all of the features on at any time and take on the role of a Dragonborn and then play through the main quest. The main quest will also be started automatically if you ever force it to start. For example, absorbing a dragon soul will start the Greybeard quest. Once you're done, you just need to select Start Your Adventure and then leave the mod menu. Once you spawn, how you continue your path is up to you. You can go to any city and get to know any NPC. The mod also changes a few things to make sure you're free to do whatever you want, to make sure you're no longer seen as a Dragonborn unless you choose to be. So guards will no longer reference any soul absorption or shouting. The Jarl of Whiterun will also no longer send you out on a mission to fight a dragon, or ask anything else of you unless you want to help him during the Civil War questline. You can still become the Thane by buying Freezeholm, which you can also do at any time. But to make it feel more like you deserve the Thane title, Freezeholm now costs double the gold, and the extra money is very much appreciated at this time of war. And overall, the mod is very simple to set up, and it's great that you now have the choice of whether you'd like to play as the Dragonborn or not. It also mixes things up a bit, and can make your next playthrough a lot more interesting than your last 47 playthroughs of the game. So if you think you'd enjoy the mod, then you can find a link down below. And as always, if you enjoy the mod, be sure to leave an endorsement, and thanks for watching.
If you are watching this, then there is a fair chance you have been tempted to replay Skyrim with the release of its anniversary edition. You will soon remember that although there are many ways to play your character in Skyrim, you are always the Dragonborn. The main quest shepherds you along into shouty Dragonborn status right from the outset of the overlong intro. In this video, we will show you how you can delay or even completely avoid this story arc in a role-playing friendly way, even without the benefit of a mod like Alternative Start, Live Another Life. See the description for the link. In the second part of this article, we will also show you why you could want to do that. The key event that unlocks the Dragonborn status is the fight with a dragon called Mirmulni outside of Whiterun. This fight gives you your first dragon soul and allows you to start shouting themes. It also fires up the spawning of dragons at the dragon sites and various other dragon attacks on the towns and villages. The main quest might start right from your first moments on the wagon to Helgen, but this event is where the main quest turns from background ambience into your central mission, which also shapes your identity in the world in a particular way. Skyrim is, like any RPG, a game of quest fulfillment. For Skyrim, there are two kinds of quests. One is the urgent, do-now kind, and the other is a put it on your to-do list and get around to it when you feel like it kind. Delaying the former kind of quest feels wrong from an RPG and emergent point of view, even if the game logic generally does allow it. The mission to fight this dragon outside Whiterun is really of the urgent type of mission, which feels gamey to ignore or delay once you are given it. Picture it. Whiterun's Jarl asks you to help his guards fight a dragon that is right now attacking a fort in his land. Then you wander off for a few days, weeks or years, looting glimmer ruins, social climbing in the Thieves Guild, all the Magic College, getting married and building a house in the country, before returning to Whiterun to find that the dragon is still right now attacking the fort in Whiterun. If we are going to delay Dragonborn status, then we should do it before this event triggers. When does it trigger? The event triggers the instant you hand the Dragonstone tablet from Bleak Falls Barrow to Farengar, Whiterun's court wizard. Let us just sketch out how the main quest develops up to this point to find our perfect departure point before this event to duck out and delay. Helgen. You escape with either Ralph of the Stormcloaks or Halvar of the Imperials. Both will invite you to join their respective faction and invite you to meet their friends in Riverwood. At Riverwood, you meet the friends of your Helgen companions, who then ask you to bring news of the Helgen Dragon to the Jarl at Whiterun. Optionally, if you pop into the Riverwood Trader, you can get an early mission to Bleak Falls Barrow, which will enable you to get the Dragonstone that Farengar wants. At Whiterun, you take the news of the Helgen attack to the Jarl, and he sends you to Farengar for another mission. This mission is to go to Bleak Falls Barrow for the Dragonstone. If you already took the Dragonstone by following the quest given by the Riverwood Trader, then you can give it to him now. Otherwise, you could immediately head back to Bleak Falls Barrow to retrieve it. Whenever you get it, the instant you give it to Farengar, the Milmania attack begins. So you could part company with Ralph or Havlar immediately after leaving the cave of Helgen. Perhaps you head straight to Solitude to join the Imperials. The problem with breaking the main quest here is that it is quite hard to avoid Riverwood and very hard to avoid Whiterun. And as soon as you do, then you are back on the main quest as if nothing happened. The trip from Helgen to Riverwood is a little bit of the urgent kind of mission. Whiterun, in particular, is a very useful place to access, whichever way you want to play your character. There are many side quests, traders, and of course the Companions faction is based here. For this reason, we may as well meet up at Riverwood and to get the mission to go to Whiterun. While at Riverwood, you can use the trader to offload some loot or buy a spell, but without taking the Bleak Falls Barrow quest. Or you can accept the quest for your journal, but treat it as a do when you want mission. After all, bringing news of the dragons to the Jarl is surely more urgent. So, then the best place to break from the main quest is immediately after bringing the news to the Jarl. Farengar will then give you a mission to recover the Dragonstone, but just like with the Riverwood Trader, you can treat it as a do when you can mission, and put it off for as long as you like. This is the perfect place to break. If you break here, then you get access to Whiterun, including Farengar, who is a magic trader, but you do not trigger the dragon attacks or become the Dragonborn. All you need to do is skip Bleak Falls Barrow. There is nothing to miss here. Besides hosting the Dragonstone, it is more or less just a standard Draugr Barrow, with standard Draugr loot and baddies. It does have a word wall, but if you are putting off Dragonborn status, then you are putting off the shouting power too. Incidentally, if you do this to delay or avoid Dragonborn status, you will still learn shout words from other word walls in other Draugr tombs that you will explore. However, without dragon souls taken from slain dragons, you will not be able to use them, but they will be ready for you whenever you return to the main quest and become the Dragonborn. Breaking with the main quest here does mean that the Jarl of Whiterun will not make you a thing, give you the Housecarl Lydia, or allow you to buy a Breton. However, Skyrim has many other holds, homes, and housecarls to acquire. If you are replaying Skyrim, then why not replay it differently than your first time? The options now are almost limitless, but a few paths are more obvious than most. You will already have the option to pursue a career as a soldier in the Civil War as a Stormcloak or Imperial. Other quest trees to explore would be factions such as the Companions, College of Wizards, Dark Brothers,
now cut me down before anything else shows
will
up.
know how to pick up these quest trees.
Yes,
Otherwise,
it's
a
I
place
know
to
how it
start
works.
looking for work.
Help me down and I'll show you.
Whenever
You
you want
believe
to
the
get
power
back
of
to
the
the main
Nords.
quest, if
Sweet
ever,
breath of
then
arcane,
simply
thank
do the
you.
Bleak Falls Barrow quest and get the Dragonstone to give to Farengar.
It's coming loose.
So,
I can
now
feel
we
it.
know how to skip the main quest. Let us consider the why of it. Why would you want to skip or delay Skyrim's main quest? What are the benefits? At game start, one player character is much like another. He or she will have spell skills at a low level and rather poor gear. As you play, your character will become more specialised as certain skills are developed over others, and different gear, followers, and properties are gained or lost. Playing and replaying the main mission early means playing the same character over and over again for it. If you break out of the main quest early, you can develop a specialised character before returning to the main quest, if you want. Even an often replayed The main quest can feel fresh and new if you play it as a differently specialised and well-developed character. Avoiding the main quest can allow you to experiment with quirky character builds that would not really suit the main quest.